Hello there, and welcome to part 10 of my game collection series. For this video, we're going over my Wii collection, and as you can already tell, we're going to be filming this one a bit differently compared to the past ones. Instead of me being in front of the camera showing off each individual game, I'm just gonna, show them on the shelf as they normally are and just kinda, run through them. Because as you can see, my Wii collection is pretty sizable. And, yeah, I can't really be spending too much time on all of them, otherwise this video is going to be like 2 hours long or something. Because, even if I were to spend like 30 seconds between game, this video would still be an hour long, so yeah, I'm not going to elaborate on most of these games. Some of them I will, especially some of these doubles that I have in here, as you could probably already tell. But, yeah, so I'm probably going to do this in my PS2 video as well, because that one's pretty sizable too. And, yeah, so before we actually get into my games, we'll get into the stuff that I just have displayed here for the moment. And right here we've got two Amiibos. I don't have a Wii U or even a 3DS, but, these Amiibos are pretty cheap. They were both $3 each at Walmart, so I figured, why not, I'd get them. Lucas, I kind of wanted more than Waluigi, but at that point I was just like, he's kind of cheap, so I'll just get him too, I guess. And, yeah, the good thing about Amiibos, I guess, I'm not really into, like, collecting Amiibos or anything. I'm sure as shit not trying to get every single Amiibo ever made or anything, because that'd just be ridiculous. But, I mean, main thing with me collecting Amiibos is if they look good and they don't have, like, some stupid plastic underneath, like, that Smash Link Amiibo I'm probably never gonna get, not unless it's, like, $1 or something. Because, it's got that stupid pea yellow stand on it, which just looks bad. But yeah, stuff that kind of looks like Lucas and Waluigi is just like the actual figures, and they don't have some other shit on them, and they look fairly decent quality, I'd probably get them. Also, if they're, for a reasonable price, I'm not paying too much for them. But, yeah, the one good thing about Amiibos, even though I don't have a Wii U or 3DS or Switch at the moment, is that, until I get one of those things, or even if I never do, they're kind of cool just to, like, display and stuff, so that's kind of cool. And also, since I spent not a whole lot on them, I can always sell them for a bit more. Like, I could sell them both for $5 each and, still be making a profit, so that's cool. But, yeah, so I own some Amiibos now. Take that as you will. And this is probably one of the more prized collections in my Wii collection, and that's the Last Story Collector's Edition. As you can see, and also, I should have mentioned this earlier, but forgive me if the camera's a little wobbly, and possibly if the audio's kind of weird, but I'm filming this on my phone, and yeah, I'm doing this all one-handed too, so forgive me. But yeah, so Last Story Collector's Edition, and it comes in this sort of book cardboard case. The only thing that kind of sucks about this that I don't like is that, it's got some tearing here on this part, and I just noticed this today. I don't know if this has always been like this, or if it just happened recently, but you can see on the corner there. I wonder if it's gonna focus. Oh, there we go. Focused. But as you can see, there's like a tear in it now. I'm like, what the heck, man? Just like every time I look at this thing, it just keeps getting worse for some reason. Which sucks, because I paid $80 for this thing, man, and, yeah. I mean, overall, I guess it's still worth the value that I paid for it, but, yeah, I just kind of wish, like, the actual book was in better condition. But as for everything else inside, well, actually, let me show off the rest of it. I mean, there's not really a whole lot. Oh, yeah, there's some little tearing on the back here. You got a little barcode. I don't think that matters. But, yeah, you got a little design here, and then, yeah, that's really all there is to it. But let's open this up. Little thing there, it's nothing. We got the soundtrack CD. Still have it sealed, haven't bothered opening it. Probably never will, because I don't really see a point in opening it. Because, I can find all this music on YouTube for free and shit, so... And for the meantime, I have a pretty good condition soundtrack. Let me put that there. And of course we have the game itself, which did come sealed. So, that's at least worth the majority of it, because I got this game brand new. So, it's like $60 worth at least, I guess. And I guess I could open it up since I just sort of have it here. But yeah, we got everything. It's in great condition. And, yeah, it's an awesome game. Probably one of my favorite RPGs I've played, even though I haven't played a whole lot, but definitely recommend on the Wii. And it's also not that long, too. It's like 40 hours at most to do everything in the game. At least that's how long it took me, so that's a great thing, in my opinion. And yeah, the final thing is this little art book type thing, which is kind of cool. It's got some sort of concept art stuff in it. If I can, yeah, there you go. There's some sort of concept art stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's not quite that easy. But yeah, I think you got the gist of this. I paid 80 bucks. I think for the most part it was worth the money I paid for. Wish I could have kept my game sealed, but whatever. I just kind of wanted to jump on the online servers before they died off, which they were pretty much dead anyways when I started playing it, which kind of sucks. The online seems like could have been fun, but yeah, definitely recommend it. Especially if you can get this version for a fair price, I suppose. And finally, we have Epic Mickey Collector's Edition, as you can see there. I paid 20 bucks for this at a place called Ollie's. I've probably brought that up a couple times already. And I still have it sealed because, actually I have a regular copy of this game, which funny enough, I paid 20 bucks for it. And then later they had this on sale for 20 bucks, and I was like, what the heck, I wasted my money on that regular copy. But whatever, you know, I guess I could keep this sealed, or maybe one point I'll open up just to get all the goodies inside, you know? Like that little figurine seems cool, and it's got a bonus disc and some other shit. But, yeah, another reason why I'm kind of holding out and just, like, opening this up and shit is I'm waiting to get the second Epic Mickey. That's why I haven't even played the first Epic Mickey, like the regular edition, because I don't have the second one, and I'd like to play that immediately afterwards. That's just how I play my games. But, yeah, so regardless if I open this or not, it's in good condition, and I could always sell it online or something, I don't know. But anyways, let's actually get into my games. Okay, resuming back. I'm gonna pull this back and you can see them all. Is the camera focused or not? Whatever. You'll be able to tell once I get in close with them. But yeah, that's my entire collection in its entirety, basically. And starting off, we've got Alien Monster Bowling League, and Then There Were None. These two I got at the same time. I got them in a buy two get one free deal from GameStop fairly recently, like 2 weeks ago or something, you know. And these weren't really games I was looking for, but the games that I was looking for I didn't have, and you know, it kind of disappointed me. I was just kind of looking for anything, and these were fairly uncommon with the, you know, other games they had. I got this one for free. It was one of my free games. This one I actually paid some money for. It was kind of whatever. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about them. Although with And Then There Were None, surprisingly, I actually don't have the game, but I have another one called Evil Under the Sun. And yeah, so I have the case and the manual, but not the correct game. Although it is an Agatha Christie game, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I guess that was the only copy that they had, because that was the only copy in my area for this game, so, you know, I'm gonna probably have to wait a while till I get a case for Evil Under the Sun and the game for that, but, whatever, you know, for right now I have a mixed-matched copy. But let's continue on, because I'm kind of rambling a bit, I guess. Baroque, I think I paid $2 for that at GameStop years back or something, you know. Boom Blocks, Bash Party, both. Boom Blocks I got as a Christmas present. Originally didn't have the case, later got the case. Bash Party I got for like $1 or $2 back in the day. So yeah, I got that for pretty cheap. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2011 Special Edition. I got this at GameStop in a buy two get one free thing. I don't think this was the free one, or a free one I got. I think I actually paid some money for this. But yeah, it's just a sort of light gun game for my Wii. And this is probably a terrible special edition, probably one of the worst special editions ever made. Because the thing that makes it special is that, let me see if I can pull it out and show it. Does it say? Okay. Special Edition includes cel-shaded animation mode, which basically changes it from sort of a realistic style to, you know, cel-shaded. Sorry. Yeah, it changes to cel-shaded and basically just makes the game look a ton worse, you know. Like, it doesn't look the greatest on the Wii, and even for realistic stuff, but in cel-shaded, man, it looks like shit. So yeah, this is probably one of the worst special editions I've ever seen. Whatever, didn't pay a whole lot for it, and maybe I'll get some cheap fun out of it. Sorry about that, I was just in the camera. Moving on, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty Black Ops. I got this free from a friend who owned it on Wii. Well, they also owned it on PS3, but they also owned this on Wii, but they never played on Wii. and they found out that I had a Wii, so they just gave it to me. And yeah, this was my introduction to Call of Duty. Well, my proper introduction, because I played Modern Warfare 2 at a friend's house, but never owned my own game till this one, and yeah, got some pretty good memories with it, even though it's Call of Duty, you know, but whatever. I met a good amount of friends from this thing, so I'll always appreciate Black Ops for that, if nothing else. Then we have Chicken Blaster and Chicken Shoot. Why do I own these terrible shovelware games? Cheap thrills, man, cheap thrills. Yeah, they're like gun games, and they both costed $1 each at GameStop, and I'm like, fuck it, you know? I could use some light gun games for the Wii. Next up, Cursed Mountain, pretty good adventure game. A little boring, I guess, to some people. It teeters on the edge for me, but I still think it's pretty interesting and recommend it. Dance Dance Revolution, Hottest Party, and Hottest Party 2, Dance Dance Revolution games. Deadly Creatures, interesting. He plays a tarantula and a scorpion. That's cool, I guess. The Blob 2. Pretty sure you know about the Blob's interesting platforming series. Destroy All Humans, Big Bully Unleashed. Paid $5 for this at GameStop back in the day, I think. But kind of a funny story with this one is that I actually technically stole this case. Because originally when I bought it, it was just disc only, and it just had the case, but I mean, it didn't have the case. But when I looked back online and went back there, I saw that they had another copy and it was complete and stuff, but for some reason I didn't see it the first time I was there. And I tried returning my copy to him and basically, you know, just like trade them out, you know. But this was before I knew about their whole 7-day return policy, and when I went back up there, basically said that I couldn't trade it back in, but he would take it in, like, you know, as trade credit or whatever. He said he'd give me like 25 cents for it, and I was like, nah, I'll just keep it. But the way that the Wii collection was set up there is that, okay, so here's the counter, and here's the Wii stuff, and then I was like right here. And basically, there was a bunch of people in line, and they were like busy tending to them and stuff, and I was just, you know, chilling behind the Wii stuff. So, and I also had like a bag with me, because I had my game in a bag and stuff, so when I was trying to return it, you know. And so what I did was, I popped the disc out of my current copy, and then I took this case off the shelf, stuck the disc in there, closed it up, put it in my bag, put the GameStop pre-owned case on the shelf, and then just walked out of there. So yeah, that's why I kindly say I technically stole it, even though I really didn't, because I gave them a case in exchange for a case, I guess. But whatever, now I own a complete copy of Destroy All Humans, and yeah, it's a pretty interesting GameStop story, I guess. Continuing on, Dewey's Adventure. I know it looks like a kid's game, but it's actually not that bad. You can get it pretty cheap at GameStop, I think, so I'd recommend checking it out. It's a pretty unique game on the Wii. Drawn to Life, Next Chapter. It's okay, I guess. It seems better than the first game, which kind of bored me. Elebits, Endless Ocean Blue World. Both of those are deep diving simulators. They just seem like calm, relaxing games. So yeah, got them fairly good prices too, I think. Endless Ocean 1 was $5. Endless Ocean Blue World I paid $8. Oh, and Endless Ocean I originally didn't own the case for, but then I later got the case. And yeah, now I own a complete copy of it. Epic Mickey, there's my regular retail version of it, like I mentioned before. And yeah, I'm waiting to get the second one to play it. Fling Smash, got it for $1, and it's probably not worth any more than that in my opinion. Not a great, really, Wii game, you know, it's one of the only Wii games that made my arm tired after a while, you know, so yeah. And then this is probably surprisingly one of the more valuable games in my collection. Let me pull it out. And that's Fragile Dreams, Farewell Ruins of the Moon. I do have this complete, I'm not going to bother opening up, I guess. Well, alright, I'll try it. But yeah, this apparently goes for about $30-40 online, which is one of the more expensive games in my collection. I paid $20 for this at GameStop a couple years back, and I basically bought it without really knowing much about it. I just knew that it was a good game, and yeah. So I just bought it, and yeah, I played it, and I gotta say it is a good game. But yeah, if you can find that pretty cheap, I definitely recommend it. Next up, you're not seeing double now, but we have Ghost Squad and Ghost Squad. Reason I have 2 copies of this game is for a specific reason. Let me see if I could pull them both out. Probably gonna make some of my other games fall, but whatever. We'll just fix them. Okay, that wasn't as loud as I thought, but the reason I own 2 copies of this game, and it's pretty much just for novelty's sake, you know, and the fact that I paid pretty cheap for both of them, is that the discs are different colors, which I just find kind of interesting. And this isn't the only game that's like this. There's a couple other games I actually own that do this, and yeah, in short, that's kind of why I own 2 copies of this game, you know. That, and I paid cheap for them, so it's like, you know, having a double copy isn't really gonna, you know, do much anything as far as taking up space. But yeah, I might do a video on this at some point, you know, about different color Wii discs and stuff. And yeah, that's really what I have to say about these things. They're apparently good. Light gun games, or light gun game, because it's one game, moron. But yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Moving on, we have Heavenly Guardian, I Spy Spooky Mansion, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Line Rider 2 Unbound. I think I paid like $2 for that. I think I Spy Spooky Mansion was like $5 or something. Heavenly Guardian was also $5, or maybe no, it was $6 I think at GameStop. Mad World, I paid $2 for this back in the day. Now it goes for like $5 at GameStop. Still a great price for it. Manhunt 2, I played it on PS2 all the way. I've only played a little bit on Wii. I haven't played it all the way through, but I kind of dig it so far. And originally I only had the disc, but eventually I found a complete copy for like $2, so I got it. And I think it goes for like about $2 or so at GameStop, so yeah, I definitely recommend you check it out, you know, if you can get it at GameStop. Medal of Honor Heroes 2, Metroid Other M. I know people talk shit about Metroid Other M, but I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it when I was playing it. I do understand what they're coming with the story, because yeah, the shit in the story doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but the actual gameplay I think is pretty solid and fun in my opinion. You know, you can fight me if you want. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, good Metroid game. And one of probably the most valuable game in my Wii collection, and that's the Metroid Prime Trilogy Collector's Edition. I even have the little plastic slip-on thing. I'm not going to take it apart because it's going to be kind of hard to take it apart with one hand, but I do have it complete and it's in pretty good condition. The weirdest thing about how I even got this game was that I've literally seen, I got this from GameStop, you know. I paid $30 for this at GameStop, and originally it didn't have this little plastic slip-on cover, but then another time when I went in there, there was a complete one that actually had this little slip-on cover, and I'm just like, what the heck, you know? So I took the slip-on cover off and, you know, took it home. I didn't buy the game twice or anything. But yeah, it's just crazy. Who's returning Metroid Prime Trilogy Collector's Edition to GameStop? I mean, I'm glad that you are, but just why, you know? You're obviously not a stupid average gamer that doesn't know any better. You know, if you have something like this, you obviously know your shit about gaming, and, you know, you're pretty hardcore about it. I mean, just, why, man? I don't know. But regardless, I'm happy that you do, I guess, since GameStop's like the only game store near me. And yeah, I'm glad to have this in my collection, even though I do have every single Metroid Prime game, both the original GameCube ones and of course Prime 3 right there. But yeah, this will be a good excuse to replay the whole trilogy again. Mercury Meltdown, Revolution, Monster 4x4 World Circuit. I paid pretty cheap for both of them. I don't know if Monster 4x4 is really that good at all. Mercury Meltdown's supposed to be. Monster Hunter Tri, or Tree, I don't know how you pronounce it. Paid, I think, $2 for this at a flea market, which is a lot cheaper than you can get it at GameStop, I think. Because I think at one point it was going for like 50 or something, you know. So yeah, I got a pretty good deal on it, although I don't think I have a manual for it, so yeah, I gotta get a manual for it. Muramasa Demon Blade, got that for Christmas, and it's complete, and yeah, seems pretty cool. I haven't played it yet, though, sadly. Mushroom and the Spore Wars, originally had the disc, later got the case for it. Get it for like $2 at GameStop. Definitely recommend you get it. It's a fun little 3D platforming game for the Wii. My Sims Agents, I got that recently with Alien Monster Bowling League, and then there were none. Yeah, it was a buy two get one free thing. I think that was a free game, so yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Neopets, the puzzle adventure. Got that for $5 at GameStop a while back. It's pretty much review material, that's all it is. You know, at one point, hopefully I'll do a review of it. Get out of here, bug. What the fuck? Okay, Nerf N-Strike Double Blast Bundle. This has Nerf N-Strike and Nerf N-Strike Elite on it. And yeah, you can get it pretty cheap at GameStop, and they're both light gun games. Stupid bug. Definitely recommend you get it if you like light gun games and stuff. New Super Mario Brothers Wii. That's what this little sliver is right here. It's just a little disc sleeve and stuff. I can't take it out right now though, because I got all this other shit in the way and on top of it, but yeah, that's what it is. I got it with my Wii originally, you know, because I got the red Wii. And yeah, that's pretty cool little bundle-in game, I guess. No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2, probably some of my favorite Wii games, with No More Heroes 2 probably being one of my favorite games ever. And yeah, I really recommend the series. Can't wait for No More Heroes 3, even though I don't have a Switch yet, but one day I will. Obscure the Aftermath. I originally bought this without really knowing anything about the game. This was like brand new at Ollie's. And yeah, I basically bought it on cover art alone, which, let me pull the cover art out if I can. Yeah, the cover art looked pretty cool, and I was like, alright, I'll give this game a shot, I guess. I think I paid $15 for it, and yeah, it's supposedly a decent game, if nothing else. I do have the original one on PS2, and yeah, when I feel like playing some horror games, I'll definitely check this series out. Oni-Chanbara Bikini Zombie Slayer. I think that game's becoming sort of hard to find, so if you definitely see that in GameStop, definitely do get it. I think you can get it for like $6 or so bucks. You know, see, you don't pay a whole lot for it. And moving on up here, got Pandora's Tower. Paid $20 for that at GameStop. Did I just say pineapple? God damn it. Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection. Paid $1 for that at GameStop. I know they have it on PS3 and 360. I think they have it on PS3. Anyways, I know there are better versions out there, but that was like $1, and I was just like, fuck it, let's just get it. You know, it was complete too, and in good condition, so yeah. Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands, paid $2 for the, I mean, not $2, $5 for it, but technically there's 2 games on there, so I spent like $2.50 per game. You know, it comes with the full original Prince of Persia game, so yeah, that's cool. And apparently it plays a lot different from the one on like PS3 and 360, so yeah, that's probably one you should get, you know, if you like Prince of Persia. Rabbids Go Home, we actually have a special copy of this. I paid $9 for this at GameStop, but this is the Best Buy edition. Which, one thing that sucks about this game is that if you pre-ordered it back in the day, the pre-order is basically worthless at this point. Because, let me open this up. Oh, by the way, even if the discs aren't in here, they're in my little disc thing up there, so yeah. Not that it really matters, because I'm not going to be opening up all these games anyways, but yeah, basically you get these 2 exclusive Rabbids skins, even though, you know, these kind of suck, but whatever. And basically you just enter in these codes. Now I'm showing off these codes because it really doesn't matter, you know, whether you redeem them or not, because they're essentially like cheat codes. So basically, regardless of if you pre-ordered this game way back in the day or just bought it pre-owned recently like me, you know, if you have these passwords, you can just enter them in and they still work fine. Matter of fact, there's a bunch of these passwords from other pre-order things, like the Amazon one, I think there was a GameStop one maybe, and yeah, just all these other places that had like these pre-order codes that you can just basically use at any time, you know, they're not like one-use only codes, so, you know, that's a good thing in terms of like, you know, letting, you know, people like me who didn't get the chance to get this brand new back in the day still be able to use these skins and stuff. But it kind of sucks for people that pre-ordered this game back in the day, because it's kind of like a rip-off, you know? It's just like, why'd I pay early for this thing when, you know, these sort of pre-order exclusives are just going to be around forever and anyone can use them, you know? But yeah, that's all I really want to share about that game. As for the game itself, it's pretty fun. Definitely recommend it, even if you're not a big fan of Rabbids, because the gameplay's pretty fun, you know. If you can get past the whole Rabbids theme, definitely recommend it. Real Heroes Firefighter, decent little light gun game where you play as a firefighter. And I got it for $1 at GameStop, so it's definitely worth the money. I'd I'd recommend it, I suppose. Red Steel 2, awesome little Wii game. I got it for $2 at GameStop back in the day. I think it might go for $5 now, but still great price for this. Really utilizes the motion controls of the Wii, and it's just a really badass game. I highly recommend it. Resident Evil Archives Resident Evil, that's how you say the title. I couldn't get it right. But yeah, Resident Evil 1 on the Wii. Still haven't played it though, surprisingly. I got this actually brand new from Target, Big Lots, back in the day for like $15, and it was sealed and stuff. I broke the seal though. Actually, a funny story as to why I even got this at the time is because for some stupid reason I thought, oh, they'll never remake this game or re-release it or whatever. This is going to be the most up-to-date definitive edition, you know? And then like a year or so after that, Resident Evil HD comes out on PS4 and PC and stuff. I'm just like, what the heck? Why'd I even buy this game? But yeah, in the meantime, I own it on the Wii and in good condition, so that's cool, I guess. And yeah, I also have Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. I originally, well, as you probably saw in my game collection video, I also have it on PS2, but I'm probably gonna get rid of that version because this one is a definitive edition. So yeah, you can get that for like $8 at GameStop. Definitely recommend it because that is probably the definitive way to play Resident Evil 4. But yeah, I haven't really played a whole lot of either. I haven't played this one at all, but I have played some of Resident Evil 4. Main reasons because I'm just waiting to get the other Resident Evil games. So yeah, when I get the rest of them, I'll definitely check these out. Rygar, the Battle of Argus. I paid $2 for that at GameStop a while back, and I haven't seen it since then. So yeah, it might be a little bit difficult to find, but basically, it's a port, basically a port of a PS2 game called Rygar, the Legendary Adventure. It retains the same gameplay and graphics and stuff. I think the only difference is that it adds an extra mode, and there's some things with motion controls in there, like to swing off of hooks you gotta shake your nunchuck or something, but you know, it doesn't sound that bad to me. I suppose if the motion controls are terrible or they're really annoying, you know, I could always get it on PS2. So yeah, if you get it cheap, I'd definitely recommend it. If motion controls aren't your thing, just get it on PS2, I guess. Samba de Amigo, got that for like $1 at GameStop. Originally wasn't on my radar for some weird reason, but saw it for $1 and I'm like, fuck it, we'll get it. And Sega Bass Fishing, same story as with Ghost Squad. They're both same game, but just have different colored discs. I think this is the blue disc one, let me see. Is this the blue disc one? Yes. So that's the difference. One is in color, the other one's the blue disc. Yeah, that's really all I need to say about those. Oh, I got them both for $1 each, so yeah, that's pretty good. I think they go for $2 now. Good price, I'd say. Sega Superstars Tennis. I already own this on PS2, and I had owned it for a while, but that was $1. It was complete, in good condition. I was like, fuck it, you know, I'll just get it. But actually, it might be a little bit better than the PS2 version, because there's sort of like a way to play that kind of makes it like auto-run, where you can just play with the Wii remote and your character just automatically runs, and that might actually help me beat this game, because with the PS2 version, trying to fight Alex Kidd is pretty tough, because you know, he's just a pretty, I don't know, the whole campaign is pretty, you know, easy for the most part. You know, it's pretty medium difficulty, but then once you get to like Alex Kidd, the difficulty on him just cranks up a whole lot. Like, Alex Kidd is a fucking expert player in this game for some weird ass reason. So yeah, that's why I've never beaten it, but maybe one day I will. And we got a bunch of Shaun White games here. We got Shaun White skateboarding first off. I paid probably no more than $5 for it at game. No, I think I paid $1 for it because it was on the Wii. I think the skateboarding one's like $5 for PS3 at GameStop. So yeah, I'll probably get it on PS3 too, but for the moment I own it on Wii. Shaun White Snowboarding Road Trip. Got that for $1 as well. I will get it on PS3 or 360, but I want to get the Target edition, which comes with an exclusive mountain, the Target mountain. So yeah, that's one I'll be looking out for. But in the meantime, I own it on Wii. And finally, we own Shaun White Snowboarding World Stage. But a special thing about this is that it's the Target exclusive edition, which comes with this special DVD. right here. You know, it's got this bonus DVD with other stuff on it, and you can only get this at Target. But I didn't buy this at Target, actually. I bought it at GameStop. Same with my Best Buy Rabbids thing. Sadly, we don't have the manual, though, so I will have to look for that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It was also $1 or $2 maybe. So yeah, definitely a great price for probably hard to find game at some point, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Regardless, kind of worth the money. Sin and Punishment Star Successor. I've had this game for years. I still haven't played it, mostly because I think I forget that I even own it. But yeah, at one point I will play it. Skated, paid $5 for this in the buy 2 get 1 free thing at GameStop, and so far it's okay. You know, it's kind of like Tony Hawk but with motion controls, and I don't know about how I feel about those motion controls, but regardless, I didn't pay a whole lot for it. Sonic and the Black Knight and Sonic and the Secret Rings. I paid $8 for Black Knight, and I think I paid brand new price at Big Lots, which that would have been like $15 or something. So yeah, overall pretty good prices for those, I'd say. As for which one's better, I would honestly say Secret Rings is better, despite the weird motion control thing to it. Because while the controls are better in this one, the actual level designs and stuff are kind of more boring compared to this one, so yeah. I actually think this one's better than this one, but whatever. Sonic Colors, great Sonic Wii game, definitely recommend it. Spectrobes Origins, that's the last of the Spectrobes games I own. Paid probably no more than $5. Actually, I think I might have paid $2 for this at GameStop, I don't know, somewhere around there, and yeah, have to check it out at some point. Star Wars The Clone Wars lightsaber duels, and yeah, I own 2 copies of this game because, again, there's like, you know, one's a different color than the other. This one's colored, the other one is completely blue, if I can open it up. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of cool. They're also about $1 each, no, maybe $2 each, I don't know, something like that. I definitely recommend them, I guess, you know, they're not bad fighting games with Star Wars theme to it. Star Wars The Force Unleashed and Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. I originally got these because they were pretty cheap, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to, you know, use the full motion controls for the lightsaber thing. And you know, there's Star Wars The Force Unleashed on Wii and also on PS2, but especially on Wii, it's like a completely different game compared to the PS3 and 360 ports. So that might be interesting to look into, you know, look into the Wii version, because it's pretty accurate with the lightsaber thing. You know, you swing your Wiimote up, your character swings your Wiimote up, you swing it down, they swing it down, and, you know, stuff like that. You stab, they stab with the lightsaber, so that's pretty cool. Star Wars Force Unleashed 2 is kind of a different game compared to the 360 PS3 port, and surprisingly, a lot of people say that it's actually better than the PS3 and 360 port, which I think is kind of a rarity among Wii games, because usually it's the opposite. And honestly, I think people would say the same for The Force Unleashed, that it's the opposite, that the PS3 360 version's better. But yeah, for some reason this one's a whole lot better, people say, so it's kind of cool, you know, I didn't expect that. But continuing on, we have Super Mario Galaxy, good game. I need Super Mario Galaxy 2, really would like to play it. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, paid about $5 or whatever at GameStop. Haven't really played a lot of it, but yeah, I own it, so whatever. Super Paper Mario, oh, Super Mario Galaxy and Super Paper Mario were both Christmas gifts, I should probably mention that. My mom probably paid like $20 each for them or something, because these are, as you can probably tell from that little thing, but yeah, they're both Nintendo Select things, so yeah, $20. Not my favorite Paper Mario game from what I played, although I've only played the first Paper Mario, and that's the only other Paper Mario game I played. But, whatever, it's kind of interesting and unique, so maybe you want to check it out. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, awesome Super Smash Bros. Game. It was the best in the series, in my opinion, until Super Smash Bros. For Wii U came out, and that just kind of trumped it for me. But still fun nonetheless. Tenchu Shadow Assassins, pretty decent stealth game. Got it for $2 at GameStop, and yeah, you can also get it on PSP if you want. And it honestly might be a little bit better just because it doesn't have like weird motion controls in it like the Wii version does, but even then it's still manageable. So yeah, That's kind of cool. I'll check it out at some point. The Conduit Special Edition. Now, I got this for $5 at GameStop, and I got this. This is kind of an impulse buy because I didn't think it'd be there for long. But yeah, basically comes with the game with like a different cover art, a different I think disc label, and then of course we have this little art book here which has some stuff in it, so that's cool. But then I saw like another copy of it in GameStop for $5 recently, so yeah, it's not the most uncommon thing, I suppose, but yeah, it might become worth something someday, so yeah, I definitely recommend you get this version of the game, especially since this is a pretty good FPS on the Wii. Now let's round out the rest of this, because I realize I'm kind of rambling a bit. House of Dead 2 and 3 also have different colored discs. This is the red disc, don't have the colored one yet, but definitely recommend you get that. It's pretty good. Like gun game, Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, only Zelda game I own. Pretty good when I played, and yeah, I own the Nintendo Select version. I paid $20 for that brand new at Walmart, by the way. Munchables paid $5 for this, and that's the only copy I've ever seen at GameStop in my area. So yeah, if you see this pretty cheap, highly recommend you get it. It's a very unique, good Wii game. Tony Hawk's Shred. Paid $1 for that to get it back at GameStop because originally I had it, but then I got rid of it. But I just still have the actual board and stuff. And you know, I was doing a buy two get one free thing at GameStop, and I was just like, you know what? I want Tony Hawk Shred back, because at least then I can like sell the thing with the game and stuff instead of just the thing, which might make it easier to actually sell that thing. So yeah, I own Tony Hawk Shred again, even though I don't really care for it. Ultimate Board Game Collection, that's for review purposes only. Ultimate Ice Buy, paid like $1 for that. Wario Land Shake It, paid $8 for it, and it's a great game, you should definitely get it. I won 100% of it, even though I didn't really need to, but yeah, it's really fun. Wii Play, paid $1 for that at GameStop. Worth the $1 I paid, you know, it's decent. Xenoblade Chronicles, another one of the more valuable games in my collection, I guess. It's since dropped down in price from like 2 years ago, where 2 years ago it was like going for $60 online. Now it's going for like $30, and I actually paid $60 for this at GameStop during that time, which sucks because I could have saved $30 if I'd waited another year or two, but whatever, you know, if there's one game I had to pay $60 for, this game's definitely worth it. It's amazing, you should definitely check it out. And finally, Zack and Wiki, Quest for Barbados' Treasure. Apparently this might be sort of a rare game on the Wii, I don't know, when I was selling another copy of it online, people were acting like it was rare or something. But yeah, I got it for like $2 at GameStop, definitely recommend it. And this is the only Wii U game I own, and that's for Day of the Sky Soldier, and there's a specific reason why. That's because it actually comes with the Wii game inside of it, and a Wii U game as well. So yeah, if there's one game you should get for Wii U, it'd be this game, because it actually comes with the game for the Wii. You know, that is if you own a Wii, of course. Yeah, and actually the Wii version is the good version. Wii U version sucks. So even if I never get a Wii U version, I mean a Wii U to play the Wii U version, it's no big loss because I can play the Wii version, which is actually the good one. So yeah, definitely recommend you get that one. You can get it for like $12 at GameStop, I think. So yeah, it's worth that price, I'd say. Having trouble putting it back. Anyways, we'll just leave it out for right now. Man, it was kind of hard to get out of there. But anyways, I do have one more game in this bag for some reason. Kind of do that to keep dust off of it, even though I probably don't need to keep it in the bag or whatever. And that's Ratatouille. As you can see, I shamefully paid $16 for this brand new at Ollie's a couple years back. The reason I did is for review purposes only. Still haven't gotten around to reviewing it, and that's why it's still sealed, because I have no interest to play it otherwise. So yeah, maybe one day I'll open it and review it, maybe not, who knows. Either way, I'm going to try and get my money back for it. And there we go, that is all my Wii games. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too long. I tried not to, but I think I did, kind of. Sorry, but I don't know, sometimes I just feel like talking. But yeah, I'll end this video here, and thanks for watching. We've got 2 more videos left, PS2, and as well as a sort of bonus video. And yeah, until then, I'll see you next episode. Take care. Nope, take care.